There we go. Test, test, test. Everything's working out. Oh, I forgot my water upstairs, but that is okay. Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well. Loki says hello. He's wagging his tail a lot with his ears down, hoping for a treat, but I don't have any. He gets some steak later on. Loki, come here. There you go. Loki says hello. So a lot to talk about today. It's Friday night, so we're going to be chilling here for quite a bit. I want you guys to know that for those of you guys that have been following me on Fairdesk, whether you guys have been copy trading or a lot of you guys just, trade futures and stuff like that, they are having a big contest coming up next month. There's a huge prize for it. So if you guys want to sign up, I'll put the link down in my comments for you guys. But basically, they set it up for each influencer to have their own top 3 winners. So basically, for my viewers, you guys get special perks, you guys get cool prizes, but if there's only 5 of you, 10 of you, 20 of you, it makes it a lot easier for you guys to actually win the cash that's up for grabs. So even if only one person signs up, one person's walking away with the top prize. If 2 people sign up, there's going to be a first place and second place. If only 3 people sign up, it's going to be first, second, third. So I'd encourage you guys to sign up because a lot of you guys have been asking me for contests and different ways to make some money while trading. This is going to be a good way to do it. Just so you guys know, I know a lot of you guys are pretty decent at trading by now, and if you guys want to make some money off of being decent for trading, might as well enter a contest where you're most likely going to be up against 5, 10, maybe 15 different people. You're not too crazy. My doorbell just rang, but not entirely sure who that might be. I don't know. My sister's here right now. I got my sister some sunglasses today, so that might be her. That might be her going to check it out. But hey, Alan Time. Hey, PHX. Hope you guys are all doing well. I think, yeah, my mom's here right now as well. My mom's mad that I didn't get her teriyaki because I got me and my sister teriyaki while we were at the mall. I haven't been to the mall in ages, and it was a very nice time. All right, so few things here to talk about today. As far as news is concerned, there wasn't too much news in the crypto world today. Very simple, very bland. I think we're okay with some bland news with what we're trying to break out right now. Really, all the big news happened from the Supreme Court. I woke up this morning, I popped on my phone, I was like, okay, what's going on with Twitter right now? And boom, Supreme Court, and I think ESPN was also trending because they're like laying off everybody over there because Disney is just hurting for cash right now. But big point here, Supreme Court, there are some factors of some things about this that are going to affect the economy. There was something about a constitutional right about freedom of speech, First Amendment type stuff. Leave that aside. I don't really care about the Baker, and I don't know what the actual case was about. The second thing that was important was the fact that we had the debt relief, debt forgiveness plan that the Biden administration tried to put in place. That got struck down by the Supreme Court and quite hard here. So that means for a lot of people, I think there might have been 20 million people or something like that that were hoping for debt relief. They're not going to be able to get it, which means, perhaps when October rolls around and the payments have to start going again, maybe this means that they're not going to, that they suddenly realize that, whoa, I can't keep on spending the way I have. Maybe it's going to hurt the economy a little bit, but how much is really, we have to wait to see how much it's going to hurt the economy. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts about this because it's been very controversial about as far as, should we do the debt relief or should we not? No arguments, please, but healthy debate never hurt anybody. So yeah, keeping an eye out for that one. Not going to be good for the overall economy. But again, maybe it helps with inflation a little bit because people just will stop spending so much money and stop putting so much money on their credit cards, which has been a huge problem, I guess, over the past few quarters, as you guys know. Now, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, everybody, whole lot of nothing happened. A whole lot of nothing. I told you guys I was looking at a few different plays over the past few days. We did a short on Bitcoin Cash. I guess the short is supposed to last for like a few weeks because we're waiting for this whole market cycle to kind of die back down a little bit. And then the Matic one for today, they were both small ones because all we cared about was the percentages, frankly. I guess I was a little bit more bullish on Matic as far as that happening because it was shorter term play. But I haven't actually checked this. So the Bitcoin Cash one is down 50% right now. We're waiting to see. I think the stop loss on this is $400, and right now it's like in the $300 range. So we have a while until we get stopped out, if we were to get stopped out. The Matic one is up 75%, it looks like right now, but nowhere near the price target. So I'm hoping something good happens here. Let's see, where's Matic at? Yeah, so yesterday we ended up breaking above that 20, which we were talking about. Had a nice move, had that big pop. Now we're at a level of resistance. I'm hoping that Matic can come up here to 72 cents or so. That's kind of just a fun price target I put. I did tell you guys if I was being more conservative and traditional as far as how I like to trade, I'd probably have it be somewhere down here around 68 cents. However, you know, it's only a few bucks. I'm just having some fun with it. But so far, Matic is up 74% and Bitcoin Cash short is down 50%. So keep that in mind. Bitcoin Cash, though, let's go over here very fast. Interesting. So you guys can see I opened up the short right here. We did go up a lot higher. My stop loss is way up here towards $400. This is something of a fun play for me because I can understand if this thing keeps on rallying, I'm fine with that. But I'm trying to see if I hold on long enough, will it actually come back down here to 181, and then it'll give me a profit of, I don't know, what is this? 38% with a 20x leverage. So 20 times 38, that's a pretty huge return. Now, is it going to be a lot of money? No, but it is kind of fun just to make these trades with you guys. Now, as far as Bitcoin's concerned, I told you guys still a whole lot of nothing here. I think the big news that came out today was the NASDAQ really trying to break out one more time. We got that big oomph that we've been looking at. Yesterday was kind of more sideways. Last few days kind of just holding up. We're looking for a breakout that happens sometime later on this week, or excuse me, sometime later on next week. Hopefully we're not seeing some type of double bottom here, or excuse me, double top where we get rejected. But as long as we stay above the 20, I'm in an okay mood here. Dow Jones also looking for another breakout here, having a really nice robust day. And the SPY, another big move here. SPY, again, like I told you guys over the past few days, I think SPY has the most room to run up, and a lot of you guys trade options. Here we go. So a couple weeks ago, I told you guys this rally was probably only going to last a couple weeks. So I guess we just had our first week. Next week will probably be an extension of this rally. But or maybe it was a few weeks ago. I don't remember. But we are going to have to cool off here a little bit, guys. I don't know how much this little. It's like we're having a. What's the best way to describe this? It's like we're having a mini bubble within a bad economic period, and I'm not entirely sure how to understand what's going on right now. However, I'm still hedging, I'm still buying up some stuff, but the majority of my stuff for the stock market, it's just been dollar cost averaging bit by bit. But luckily for me, unlike a lot of the altcoins that we've been buying, you guys know that I bought a lot of things like Microsoft, Tesla, and things of that nature when they had the big crashes. So it was much easier for me to dollar cost average because I believe in the long term that most stocks like Tesla will keep on going up and up and up in the long term. You know, Microsoft will keep on going up and up and up in the long term. So it's a lot easier for me to actually buy up some stuff, especially at these support levels here, like moving averages and things, NVIDIA, stuff like that. Right now, like, I already sold off a large portion of my NVIDIA. I haven't sold off much of my Tesla, but I've definitely started scaling out of it for the swing trades we did back over here. So this is like, you know, longer term trades. Short-term trades, you know, you can see it popping off a little bit, but we still haven't been able to change any of those trends. Apple, all-time highs in this economy, we're wild, guys. We're in bubble territory. Personal opinion, though, you know, that's, some people say we're not in a bubble, but my God, this feels like a bubble if you kind of go to Main Street versus Wall Street. We're in a wild freaking time here. All right. But again, nothing really changed from yesterday. We're chilling, and I kind of like chilling. It's okay. When Bitcoin's chilling like this, this is usually when altcoins have an opportunity to have some pretty big moves. For now, I'm just going to take away this big old bar just because it kind of looks annoying to have it in the back of the screen. I have still not found a way to add auto back onto my charts over here. It has been destroying me bit by bit because I love trading view, but the fact that I can't have auto over here. Oh, there it is. Haha, haha, it's right here. Why is it there? Auto and logarithmic? Oh, no. Oh, what the? You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that. I wonder, it must help out something. It must just help out something, and I'm not seeing it. But that's what it does. Wow. Wow, that is freaking weird. Okay. Interesting. See. And hey, RW. Hey, Mike, market looks good. Doge is pumping. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on here because we were just talking yesterday, I think, you know, what's it going to take for Dogecoin? I think somebody asked, maybe it was 7 cents, 8 cents, I don't know. But so far, nice little pump breaking above that 50-day moving average right now. We actually got up as far as 0.072. You can kind of see that resistance level that was back over here. We took a pretty strong dive afterwards. This typically happens when Dogecoin pops. It pops, then drops. Nothing crazy about that. However, we may see this actually continue on over the next few hours, especially because Bitcoin's holding, and you're seeing a lot of other altcoins right now having those larger moves. Island Time was just talking about Ethereum Classic. Here, let's go take a peek at that. Where is Ethereum Classic? It's something. There's Matic, ETC. There you go. 15-minute chart had a little bit of a pump early in the day, testing out support levels. Let's go over to the daily chart, having multiple breakouts here, which looks nice. The first breakout happened right here, it looks like, or maybe we're just seeing that breakout happen right now. It's still no, the breakout is happening right now. So we are seeing a breakout as far as Ethereum. Now that big next level of resistance is around 24.56. We're currently around 21. We did make our way up to 23 bucks, but maybe if Bitcoin does break out, maybe Ethereum Classic has that opportunity maybe to come up here towards $27. That'd be a pretty significant move. Now, if you kind of zoom back out as far as Ethereum Classic is concerned, you can see there's some issues with this at the moment in time. But again, this is why over the past few weeks we were talking about, hey, a lot of different altcoins right now are hitting those support levels. If you guys want to buy some up, now's the time. Now, of course, in hindsight, I look smart. In reality, it was a big gamble at the time. You guys would have had to have those stop losses. But if those stop losses didn't hit, you're in a good spot. But you're seeing the same thing happen with a lot of tokens today. You see Litecoin yesterday had a really good day, breaking above that 200 daily moving average. Next level of resistance for us right now is 133 bucks. Litecoin can definitely go a lot higher here. Filecoin, again, closer to the support levels here. Looking at some of those ones are what I'm looking at. Like Link, I'd like to see Link have a really nice, robust move. But you look at the weekly chart, we're kind of still very low relative to where everything else was. And there wasn't really, much support here. Go over FTM. FTM never hit all the way down here, but it kind of hit that lower level of support area. Gala right now bounced off of a Fibonacci level. GTC had a really crazy spike down. We don't even know what the heck that was. Anything else that looks like it might have a move here pretty soon, though? So maybe Solana. It's okay for now. Kind of bounced off of that old support level. Solana could be interesting going into next week and maybe even the next few days. You could see Solana hit up to 25 bucks. On the daily chart, though, yeah, it's just racking up against some moving averages here. So be prepared for some volatility if you guys are entering into that one. Mana, Mana is something I'd be looking into. Spell token. It's okay. I wonder how Sheeb's doing, though, because Sheeb has been just decimated over the past few months. It has an opportunity to break out above the 50. I'd take a quick second look at Sheeb. It managed to hold the 20 just barely. It's going to get squeezed here pretty soon between the 20 and the 50. It should have a pretty large move, and I'd probably say it's going to the upside, especially as Bitcoin is just holding this level at this point. When Bitcoin's holding, that gives it a chance for that dominance to go down, so altcoins will kind of pump back up as people get a little bit more optimistic. But if you want to go into Sheeb, that next level of resistance is it's right up here towards 809 is the last three numbers, I guess you could say. Wow, it's weird because we used to have 4 numbers when talking about Sheeb. Now we're all the way back down to 3 numbers here. Yeah, and we're currently dealing with some resistance levels from way back over here in December of 2022. This will probably survive, but yeah, this is definitely going to have a large move to the upside. Just got to be able to time it just right. On the daily chart, though, I'd probably say Sunday, Monday, if Bitcoin's still doing okay, you could have a pretty good move here. We just have to hope that, again, Bitcoin, which is in this massive resistance level from over here, it finds a way to break out. It's going to take a pretty hefty move, and that move's probably going to skip 31,000, just head straight towards $32,000, and then from there we have a pretty good cool off period that'll bring us back down to that support level that we just broke above, and then from there we'll have to wait, of course. But every time I go over here and you go online, you just see Bitcoin ETF, I think is what it's called. BlackRock is doing it. It's crazy. CBOE refiles Fidelity Bitcoin ETF application. Let's see. SEC says spot Bitcoin ETF filings are inadequate. Oh, this is interesting here. So regulators tell. Let me get out of this. Why isn't it pausing? There. SEC says spot Bitcoin ETF filings are inadequate. Regulator tells NASDAQ CBOE that applications from BlackRock, Fidelity, and others aren't clear and comprehensive. And it goes, it's a Wall Street Journal, so I can't actually read it here. Let's see if I can find another story. Anything else? Refiles. Oh, so it looks like they've already refiled since then. So they're moving fast right now. It feels like the SEC got caught flat-footed, and now they're trying to fix some of their issues. It doesn't look like some of the court cases are as strong as they might want them to be, and so that's good for everybody that likes crypto because we want to see some good stuff happen here. Bitcoin slumps below 30,000 after SEC says new ETF. Oh, that's fine. Okay, slumps below 30,000. Like, this isn't as high as we've been in such a long time. Sometimes these people will drive me nuts. Okay. Yeah, but Dogecoin's still doing good, guys. I'm happy we saw this big pop. We'll see if it can manage to have another pop here, but just like normal, had a big surge, died back down. So be very careful if you guys are ever chasing Dogecoin. It is very hard to chase it. Normally, you guys are going to have to look for scalping opportunities where you guys are looking at the 1 minute chart, and then you guys can see, whoa, okay, we had that big pickup right there, and then it's moving up. Uh-oh, big drawback down. You're technically fine, or I would say even fine, to sell anywhere down here when it looks like things are kind of crashing back down. I'm totally fine with selling there. Or you can wait and hope that it goes back up. Usually it does go back up on the minute chart, but on the 15-minute chart and stuff like that, we're usually dying back down quite a bit. So just keep that in mind. But usually if you guys want to go scalping and playing with Dogecoin on big moves like that, you are usually have to just be at your computer and waiting for such a large move for it to actually bring you any profit. Otherwise, you run too late and you get mad about it. Normally, if you go into Dogecoin move late, you have to short it because by then it's already coming back down. And hey, Matt, it's happy to see you back as well. And hey, Can, do you think Affirm might be a stock to options trade since everyone is maxing out their credit cards these days? You know, I'm not entirely sure. I don't exactly know how much revenue they've been bringing in because if I go over here, is it AAFM or R? FRM? There you go. Let's back up to the monthly chart here very fast. You know, it's been coming down subtly over I'm not going to say it's been terrible, but, you know, $100 to $15. You know, it still has a large market cap, but it definitely hasn't been as prosperous as I think people have wanted it to be. Long term, this isn't really something I see as like awesome. Maybe just tossing like $1,000, which is a decent amount of money, and you might see where it goes. For me, I'd probably just toss in a couple $100 and see where it goes, because if you go over here, let's just go to FinViz. There you go. That market cap right now is about 4.72 billion. Income is they're losing about $1 billion, right? That's that's no small amount. So if you wanted to do some day trading options and things of that nature, sure. Long-term options, you know, maybe be a little bit more careful here. You can see the downgrades that happened at the end of last year and the beginning of this year, even going into June, initiated neutral $14.50. We're currently at $15. That's less than where we, you know, currently are. Now, if we go over here to the weekly chart, you'll see we are hitting a little bit of a peak right now, kind of heading to a resistance zone. I wouldn't be buying over here. I'd be looking for an opportunity to sell. The only thing is the NASDAQ has been pumping up a little bit more. And, you know, you can see the NASDAQ overall had a really good day. Affirm didn't really have a fantastic day today. So it makes it a little bit more difficult to actually play around and follow the overall trends of the market. For me right now, if you're looking for something like this, I guess we already had the breakdown here. This was a subtle breakdown, but it was a very subtle trend, right? Breakdown, a few days right there. Let's see what we can find here. And let's pop this up. And a little bit of a bounce around there. Not too much happening here. You're about to have a golden cross, so if you could just wait for another consolidation period, you might have a breakout occurring probably in the first week of July, maybe the second week of July. I know we're going to be missing a day because of the 4th of July, so it might actually get pushed out towards the week after. Let me go back over here very fast. Oh, I did something I wasn't supposed to. There we go. But let's just, for the sake of argument, say we found a short-term bottom here, and we're not going to see that rejection from some of these resistance levels from the NASDAQ, SPY, and Dow Jones, which are kind of all hovering around that level. If we're able to continue on this, there's no earnings coming out anytime soon. Nothing coming over here. Headlines 2 days ago. I mean, 3 tech stocks that have no more hope left. Wow, isn't that just sad? You might have a short-term price target between 1765 and up here of 1987. I wouldn't hope for much more above that unless you see a breakout, and of course I would ride that breakout. but I would need to see a little bit better of a breakout here. Now, we zoom out a little bit. We had a nice little bottom. Let's see. Tested support for a little bit, then came back up. I would say you might have a breakout maybe sometime in the later part of the month, like a larger breakout. Shorter term, let's go to 1 hour chart. Is there really anything here that's really great to talk about? You kind of just see this small uptrend here. Nothing too crazy, but we are flagging on the way down. So perhaps sometime Monday, Tuesday, you might be looking at puts around the $15 mark. That way you're not really expecting it to go down a whole dollar. If I were to go over here to Livestream, I wonder what the actual calls and puts have been going through here. I'd be surprised if I've had a bullish flow, but because the Nasdaq's going up, anything's possible. No flow. Did I just wow, no option flow data on this. Not many people want to be trading it. Dark pool. Wow, nobody likes Affirm apparently. That's kind of sad. Let me go over here. AFRM. Did I just misspell it? No, nobody wants it. Wow, shocking. But yeah, I'd be playing the puts game here. It's at 15.35, so there's not really too many opportunities for you here as far as strike prices. $15 would be fine. Maybe if you can squeeze in a 14.50 for about a month out, that could be kind of fun. But for me, I'd probably just try to play that flag down for a couple days, and then if you're lucky, you might actually get a pretty nice move down if the Nasdaq actually gets rejected here sometime next week. The Dow Jones gets rejected around this zone as well, and the SPY gets rejected around this zone up here. That'd be awesome for some puts. Now, we kind of have to wait for that rejection, but if you get that breakdown, it may be a preemptive move that even if the Nasdaq goes up, you may see Affirm continue to slide down because they're just not having strong fundamentals. And this market is currently rewarding those mega tech companies that have good earnings, and they're not really rewarding companies like Affirm who are just getting hit very, very hard. But I don't exactly know much about why they're losing money here because I don't pay attention to them too much. So buy now, pay later programs are booming. Here's where their profits aren't. I would read this, but it's Wall Street Journal, which has a paywall. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if they had some AI stuff to talk about. If they just talked about AI, they could be doing good. Now, let's see. Story continues. This is just a transcript of what they're talking about, but I don't really see much about Affirm there. Okay, here we go. I think that there's also a concern about expense growth, though. As a result of that, if you have and Affirm, the management of Affirm has been very careful to say that they do not lend irresponsibly. So we'll see what kind of balance, what that balance looks like. I mean, this note is interesting overall because it's an initiation not just of Affirm, but of the financial technology industry as a whole. And they like SoFi, and it says the best position to succeed in the environment because they see a lot more diversified rate. Here, why is Affirm struggling? This is from May. So financial turmoil drives up funding cost. 19% workforce cut. So they're already cutting jobs. So this is all the way back in February. So the revenue growth, so they're not really making money, but they're not making money and their growth is slowing down, so that's not good. Having slowing growth going into a potential recession is not something that really bodes well, and you've had a lot of companies like that really bounce out of nowhere and come out of nowhere over the past, let's say 3 to 4 years. They've gotten huge valuations, a lot of money. Maybe by the time this whole potential next recession is over, we're not talking about buying Affirm, at $15 or something like that. Let's go to the monthly chart. Maybe we get an opportunity to buy it around $10, $5, $2, especially if they're not making money for quarter after quarter after quarter, losing $965 million. Whoa, that's probably for the year, but my lord, talk about a wild one there, right, Ken? And hey, good evening. I am broke. Hey, Haram, happy to see you back. Excuse me. And hey, Cruz, hope all is well. Good information. I appreciate it as always, guys. And hey, Puma, happy to see you well. Do you think Bitcoin Cash and other transaction-related coins is people from Russia and surrounding region getting out of the currency because Putin is going down? No, I doubt it. You know, when it comes to all this stuff with Putin, China, and stuff like that, I don't believe so. Usually I would say they're probably just looking to get into a stable coin or something, because I do know a lot of wealthy individuals in Russia that, I don't know wealthy individuals, but I would assume they have access to stable coins and things of that nature if they really want to. But I don't know if they're necessarily like just buying Bitcoin Cash to get out of it and things like that. I would say you're probably seeing some outflows. I wouldn't want to hold the Russian currency at all. How do I spell there? There you go. US dollar to Russian ruble. Is this the one we want to have, though? Let's look at the Russian ruble to the US dollar. Month. Right? Potential civil war tends to have a really bad impact on your valuation of your currency. Let's just say that. But yeah, definitely not looking too good. I wouldn't want to be holding this as well. We know when we first hit them with sanctions, everything was really, really devastating, really, really bad. And then all of a sudden, boom, they've kind of fixed their act together. They got some help from China. They kind of went back to the gold standard and stuff like that. Now, all of a sudden, we're talking about freaking civil war in Russia, madmen having the opportunity to get access to nukes, potential major generals betraying Putin. Like, Putin, like, I don't know what the term is, but he's probably freaking out right now, thinking that everybody wants to assassinate him. I give him a few months, and he's going to look kind of even more pale because he's not going to be eating food because he thinks it's poisoned and stuff like that. But I mean, you can see on that monthly chart, it's just not looking good since we had that revolt. Look at the daily chart here. I mean, just look at that. You know, they're probably getting out, but I don't know if they're just buying a specific crypto coin or if they're just going through stable coins and things like that. But yeah, definitely, definitely not a good thing going over there right now. And then, you know, just so you guys can see, it's not like the dollar index is doing anything crazy right now. The dollar has just been going sideways, and you see the ruble just coming down like a freaking submarine, so to speak, and it's just not coming back up. Let's go over here, back to the 15. Now I gotta click on this auto. Oh, it's gonna be so freaking weird using this. Bitcoin's been so stagnant over the past 15 minutes, it doesn't even look like anything's been happening. I mean, that's how stagnant it's been. Is anything, so Dogecoin, it's dying back down a little bit here. What's Bitcoin Cash? Leo is up a little bit, it looks like, but Leo doesn't have enough. What's Bitcoin Cash? At least has some volatility here. Oh, maybe not so much volatility as well. Oh, that's fine. Back to the good old Bitcoin here. Yeah, Ken, it's definitely bad. What are my thoughts on CME? What is CME? Oh, we're still in the greed section right now as well. I don't see a CME here. Go Crypto Me is probably not what you're talking about because that's GCME. Let me go over here to Finviz very fast and see if this is over here. CME sounds more like a stock anyway. Yeah. Stock wise, not a fan of it at this point in time, but let's see. I haven't looked at this company in a while. Like it's been a hot minute. Cryptocurrency products. Bitcoin futures and options, micro Bitcoin futures, Ether futures and options. So they got a lot of stuff working for them. Okay, long term, sure. I think it'd be something you'd probably want to have in your portfolio. Short term, daily chart right now, you can see you're at the top of a range. Let me just kind of draw that for you, right? Top of a range. resistance, resistance, resistance. Let me get this pointer on. I don't want to have the crosshairs on. Now, short-term good things that maybe kind of missed, I guess you would say. We already had the breakout. We're on day 3 of the breakout. That's been a nice move up on the high side or on the upside here. Still in this nice uptrend right now. I don't know if I would necessarily chase the breakout in the short term here. That's kind of more iffy to me. What I might do is, if you did want to chase this with options, you're probably looking at a 2 to 3 week time frame here, because it may come back up here to 187 and it's only at 185 now. Get a little bit of a pullback, and you're going to see this golden cross happen here between the 20 and the 50, just like we had over here with the death cross. Last golden cross between the 20 and 50 was over here. I mean, it, led to some decent moves here. Not all the time, but it's decent moves. You might be looking at something around, if we're at 185, 190 to 195 options for the strike price here, expiring let's say July 21st or the 28th. I'd probably say the 21st is fine. But again, you do want to see the NASDAQ actually have that confirmed breakout. Right now, we're just kind of on the edge. And then you might be able to see this get back up here to 190, in which case I'd be happy to kind of scale some out. But in reality, you'd want to come back over here to some of these high points between 190 and it looks like 196. Anything really above this level, though, so you can simply draw this. Anything over there, this is your ultimate goal. But don't be afraid just to sell some off right underneath this here in this little sweet zone, because by then your options may be up around 10 to 20%. 10 to 20% is also very good. And then you could try to lock in some of those gains as well by moving some stop losses. But with options, it's a little bit more iffy than when you're with crypto, because you don't have the markets are the market's closed, so to speak. But as far as I see CME, you're in the middle of a breakout. I would. If you want to do that, it's really quite a bit out. My fear here is right now it comes back up, gets rejected, and then it breaks out later on in July. And then you might be losing out on some theta here as far as your options, because you buy, the price comes down, time decay, time decay, time decay, time decay, time decay, time decay, time decay. Wow, we have the breakout, and then you're kind of making money over here. So even if you buy right here, you might not even be making profit if we actually hit this level of resistance that we were talking about before you hit this larger move where you're hoping to get up to $195, $200 possibly. 195 premium spot. Don't be afraid to start scaling out between 190 and 192 though. Sorry for all the drawings. There we go. Okay. 15-minute chart. Yeah, auto is going to kill me here, but that's fine. Let's see. Hey, Cruz, can we line up the fall in Russian currency to the rise in Bitcoin Cash? I mean, we can try here. Let's go over here to Bitcoin Cash. But see, what's the ruble? See, we have like the Russian ruble to the dollar. Ruble overnight index. Sol, Russian ruble, Chinese yuan. We can just try this and kind of see how it's been going up or down. We're going to go from the percentage though. Let's go to daily chart, I guess you could see. I mean, it's been coming down for a while, but you can really see that increase here. Sorry about the, what do you call it? It's trying to auto it in here. Oh, yeah, it's just freaking weirding me out. There we go. Oh, did it disappear? I think it disappeared. Yeah, it looks kind of similar here. Well, as far as it being inverted. But you can definitely see that Bitcoin Cash is having a much funner time, I think, than the Russian ruble, that's for sure. Bitcoin Cash is starting to slow down just a little bit. It's kind of hovering around 300 bucks. I mean, 300 bucks is no joke. And I want to remind you here, guys, what we offer, crypto. Where's your list of cryptocurrencies? There you go. Okay. So here are some of the coins. It looks like some of these coins aren't. Wait. Oh, real market data. I was like, these coins are not on Robinhood. There's no freaking way. Okay, we got Aave. I don't know if Aave is on there, but we got AVAX, Bitcoin. Is AVAX on Robinhood? Is Aave on Robinhood? I don't know. But you got Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Chainlink, Comp, Doge, Ethereum Classic, Ethereum, Litecoin, Sheeb, XLM, Tezos, Uniswap, and USD Coin. I don't know if Uniswap's on there anymore. I don't know when the last time they updated this is. But anyway, Compound had a really good day a few days ago as well. If you want to have like a little bit of a cheat sheet, if you guys are new, I'd always recommend just taking a little bit of a peek at what's on Robinhood. Sometimes you see some really big moves coming from those particular ones. I don't know if I have Compound on here though. Let's just go over here and type in comp. Let's get rid of all that crap. You can see how this had a really good move, you know. If we were going back over to Robinhood here, let me go to this. Let's go to this. All right. And let's go over here to Dogecoin. Dogecoin just had a big move today. Link. Let's go crypto. All right. Link had a pretty good move over the past few days. Really, Link, I think, can go a lot higher, though. I think maybe just because it has a larger market cap, maybe that's the case. Compound has a very small market cap relative to this. Ethereum Classic, we've already talked about. Litecoin, we've already talked about. Shiba Inu, I'm hoping it has a pretty big move here. XLM, we've talked about it, but I don't remember exactly if it did have a big move or not. Yeah, it's having a pretty decent move over the past few weeks, right? Usually coins that are on this are usually doing very well, or they have the opportunity, in my opinion, to go higher than the average token, which is why one of my goals here for this weird market that we're in is if we can get a low market cap coin to hop onto Robinhood, I'm going to be all in on that coin dropping like $5,000 and seeing where it goes. I will be so happy if they manage to put another token on there, but I think the SEC has kind of scared Robinhood from putting any more tokens on their exchange. Maybe sometime over the summer, we can look at some good stuff, you know, as far as new tokens on there. Maybe it's not until the fall, excuse me. Maybe it's not until the winter, fall, who knows? But I hope we can get a coin like that on Robinhood, because I've been saying it for like over a year now. That's a token I would love to buy. Not only buy, that's a token where if I felt like we had reached a significant bottom, just for laughs and kicks, I'd probably put like $1,000 5x leverage long on an exchange and just hold it for as long as I could without like going into full freaking liquidation mode, and see if it can get a huge rally sometime during the next altcoin season, whenever that happens to arise. That's how bullish I am on these types of tokens that have a very slim opportunity to end up on Robinhood. But again, you'd probably want to see it on Robinhood first. So, you know, it makes it a little more difficult, but I bet it would happen before we hit a market bottom or something like that. And hey, Jason, how long does it usually take to transfer crypto to Coinbase? I transferred from Voyager to Coinbase 6 days ago. Now I was just wondering. For me, I haven't transferred anything from Voyager to Coinbase, so I really don't know. Typically, it takes me 5 to 10 minutes to transfer crypto between two different exchanges. Fairdesk or KuCoin or Binance US over to Coinbase. I mean, like really 5 to 10 minutes. Let me see if I can pull up an old email that kind of shows the withdrawal versus the the withdrawal versus the time. Let's see. just go over here to Coinbase. Coinbase. I just want to from Coinbase. Google is not letting me have a fun time of just searching my mail. It's like anything that has Coinbase in it is different. Coinbase affiliate plus I don't even know how I may have Coinbase lock sheets. Contract application. That's from 2021. Oh, you know what? It's probably the wrong email account here. Hold on a second here. There we go. Let's go to my other one. Okay, so withdraw. All right, so this was Saturday. I pulled out a couple thousand for some stuff for my sister. College is expensive, people. Let me go over here. Okay, let me just do it like this. Make my life. I got thousands of emails. You guys know how much. You guys don't have an idea how much spam I get because my email is public knowledge now because I'm a YouTuber. Everybody wants to give me or sell me something. Okay, so you just received 2,000. This is Saturday. Okay. You just received 2,000. And what time was this? So this email came in at 12:25 p.m. Let me just put it up here on the little thing. 12:25. And I probably pulled this out of Fair Desk, I'm guessing, because I made some nice profits. Okay. So Fair Desk 12:24. Oh, so it's been accepted. That's just letting me know it happened. All successful. Verification code. It's about 5 minutes. About 12:20 is when I sent the money out there, so about 5 minutes on average. Nothing too crazy there. It may be a little bit shorter for different ones, but that's the ERC20, which is a little bit slower. I know Tron is usually pretty fast. I think Tron may take like a minute or two or something like that. But it has a really cheap fee of $1, so everybody likes it. But yeah, about 5 minutes or so. I would try to contact what's left of Voyager support and see what's going on. Usually there's a confirmation once you send something. And I might check out Twitter to see if anybody else is experiencing the problem because I haven't been able to hear anything like that as of yet. And hey, Daniel, do I think Pepe will ever be on Robinhood? Hey, Loki. Sorry, Loki's over here. My mom got her sushi. I don't know. I don't know if a meme token can find its way on Robinhood right now because of what the SEC is doing. If the SEC finds a way to be a better actor in the space of cryptocurrency, perhaps. Right now, I don't think there's a really strong chance that Pepe ends up on Robinhood. Less than a 5% chance at this point, man. Give it some time. In the middle of an altcoin season, you have a good opportunity. But if you want to go into Pepe, usually you're just gonna buy some up and then hold it and see where it goes. A small dollar cost average for Pepe is probably what I'd be looking at. Like you could probably toss in as much money as you want, really, right? But a couple $100. You want to put that couple $100 into Pepe over a 2-quarter time frame. That may seem like a long time and a little bit of money for a long thing, but make it a weekly payment of a couple bucks and see where it goes. But this is again me being very pessimistic about where the market's going to be going next year. So I'm kind of still in this bear market category where I think eventually we're going to have this really weird recession because all the stimulus that's still in the economy is going to eventually get kind of pulled out, and on top of, you know, all the student loan debt stuff that's going to be coming in August. But not too high of a chance. Yeah, and Justin, yeah, you normally get it really fast within minutes. It could just be because of with everything going on. Maybe they're making sure they have enough, you know, crypto to pass out and stuff like that. Maybe they have to acquire more to give to you to sell. I'm not entirely sure what the process is, but I would still say it's probably best to try to contact what's left of their support team and see if you're going to be able to make see if they can speed up the process, so to speak. Because sometimes they can speed it up just a tad, you know, just because you're nagging them a little bit to get it done. And hey, Tommy, happy to see you back, everybody. Happy to see you back, Tommy. All right, let's go back over here, though, very fast. Anything really popping off? I don't really see too much here. There's Leo up a little bit, but that's pretty much it. Stonks is up a little bit here. Because the majority of stuff over the past 24 hours that's up. Look at eCash. This thing's been rocketing up here. Bitcoin SV still rocketing up the last 24 hours. QTUM is rocketing up here a little bit more. We are seeing some stronger moves, but the majority of stuff is still, you know, over the past 30 days here. But look at this, 80% up in 24 hours. That's something you'd probably want to have some fun shorting. But let me go over here. Let me check out some of this watch list that I have. So I want to come over here last 24 hours. Yeah, a lot of these smaller market cap tokens are not necessarily doing anything crazy. In fact, they're still down a lot over the past 30 days. Down 35%, Star down 30%, Baby Dogecoin. You know, Dogecoin's not down 30%. Down 30, Xeon down 27, Alpaca Finance down 22, Spell Token down 9, UFO down 17. There's a lot of money flowing out of a lot of these altcoins. Even some of the tokens that I like, the Huobi token, that's been coming down a little bit here. Harmony one down a little bit. On the flip side here, I guess over the past 30 days, we have a couple like Daxi up 237%, Social Good up 34, but you can see how, you know, 34, some of them are down like 40%. Energy Web token, Waves. Waves has been interesting. I heard Waves was a scam of some type, so I've been kind of watching it to see what happens. But let's go to all. You can see how it had a really big spike over here in 2022. I'm waiting to see what's exactly going on with this one, because Twitter, I don't believe everything on Twitter, but you know, it could be very interesting. Let me go back over here very fast though. Market cap. Bitcoin dominance fell just a tad, and that's to be expected with all these markets moving up. Let's see. BNB seems to be still surviving. Year to date, it's breaking even, but that's better than where it was, you know, a few weeks ago. Anything else here? No. Seems like everything's fine here. Bitcoin Cash, okay. Yeah, mostly everything's fine right now. Nothing too crazy. We haven't had any stablecoin problems in a while too, which has always been a little bit of a freak out moment for everybody. Let's go back over here to the weekly chart, because all we really want to see going into next week is just one huge move. We don't want to be stagnant for a week. We don't want to have to just, you know, wait it out day by day. I mean, we're probably gonna have to wait it out day by day anyway. But we do want to see that really big move that pushes us up towards 32,000, and that'll get the ball rolling again. We haven't had that breakdown yet where, well, let's just go from here to here, I guess. We haven't had that big breakdown yet where we were expecting to break down right here. We're continuing to move up, and as long as we don't actually have that breakdown, we're in a pretty decent spot, folks. I just gotta break out above this, gotta break out above this, and gotta break out above this. That one line right there that's just giving us so much freaking trouble. But I think we have a good opportunity to. This news has really been fueling us with all these ETFs, hedge funds jumping into the market. The only thing is, we haven't really seen hedge funds really necessarily buy up a whole bunch of cryptocurrencies. They're looking to plant ETFs around the cryptocurrencies, but not actually own the currency in and of itself. Maybe because they don't want to have that on their balance sheet. You know, because it does show up on a loss if Bitcoin goes down versus what it goes up. Think of how Tesla was going crazy with it because they own a bunch of Bitcoin. But remember, we're still expecting a lot of stuff from the private sector as far as cryptocurrency. You know, Elon Musk he's in a holding pattern, I would assume right now, but he is still gearing up for a pretty nice move for his Dogecoin because, how do I explain this? Remember a while ago, we found out that there's a way for, in the future, there's probably going to be a way for Teslas to pay for goods using Dogecoin, and it's kind of embedded in the code. It opens up some really good opportunities here. And I think as long as you hold for the long term on a lot of these different assets, you're going to be fine. But again, you know, if it's a memeability token, you just got to be that little bit extra careful here. And hey, Crypto Crew, I appreciate the subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Okay, Voyager said, due to the high withdrawal and transfer volume, it could take up to 3 to 10 days. There you go. Nice and easy. There you got your answer for you. I wish it was going a little bit faster, Justin. But like I said, as soon as you get the opportunity to take your money out of Voyager, you better take it and run and don't go back. Because again, the new update coming out over the next few months is that FTX may try to come back and be an exchange again. If I had money on FTX and they say, hey, we're going to be opening up our exchange again, as soon as they allow me to take all of my money out, I would take out as much money as they would let me. And, you know, for each time frame, like, you know, maybe I can only take out $5,000 a month or $5,000 a week. I'm taking all of my money out as fast as I can. And I am not doing any business. I'm not trading. I'm not doing anything. I'm withdrawing everything. And you know, people may try to put some money into it or do some weird stuff. No way, Jose. You want to stay far away from that, get all of your money back. And I think that's probably going to lead to some clusters as well. But again, you know, FTX, I think FTX is worse than Voyager. Voyager, they had problems. They had their own hedge fund problems. But it just seems like FTX was just pure corruption of politicians and hedge funds and all types of crazy stuff, crazy orgy parties and all types of weird stuff we just never would expect. I mean, maybe people do expect it. I have what is known as to be innocence. I have an innocent side when it comes to the horrible things on what's going on in the financial world. Good at FTX. Hey, there's going to be people that are paid to promote FTX, and you're going to see them sell their souls for a little bit of cash because they're going to try to get people to say, hey, join FTX, join us. The new age, the new dawn is here. And, you know, all I'm going to do is whenever I see that commercial, I'm just going to put Larry David at the end of the commercial saying, nah, and I'll put it on live for you guys as long as they don't try to shut me down over it. But there is absolutely no reason that people should go back into FTX unless they're the most beloved YouTube influencer. Could be Tom, could be BitBoy, could be Crypto Wendy, it could be anybody out there, Crypto Daily, whatever. If they get a lump sum of cash and they're like, hey, I trust FTX now, people are going to go into FTX and start not withdrawing, but depositing some cryptocurrency. I don't think any of the people I named would actually go anywhere near FTX, but there's always going to be somebody that would like to do it because I don't remember the last time we actually went to FTX. Does FTX still have a website? They do still have a... Oh, that's not operational. Case background. All the documents to do with the case. Wow, that's just so many documents. Nope, they don't have a website just yet. It's just there. I wish we could see it. Can I? No, we're not going to try to do all that type of stuff. Let's see. Unchained podcast talked about it. BitGo CEO discusses Go Network launch. Oh no. Nothing too crazy. SEC charges same old Bankman-Fried. Have we even heard any big updates from Sam Bankman-Fried? Oh, hold on, I got some wires on my thing. There you go. Anthony Scaramucci. Why is Anthony Scaramucci a trusted figure when it comes to cryptocurrencies? I will still never understand this. FTX accuses ex-lawyer of aiding Bankman-Fried's fraud. Oh. Judge denies Sam Bankman-Fried's motion to dismiss charges. Well, of course they would. Ben McKenzie on his new crypto book, Bitcoin and Meeting Sam Bankman-Fried. So there really hasn't been too much news. I guess that he wanted to get the case thrown out, but I'm like, there's no way the case is thrown out. But listen, the guy is 31 years old and about to spend the rest of his life in jail. I mean, you know, he was born 2 years before I was. That is what, and he looks like this. This just screams of creepiness to me. You know, just so you guys can have some pleasant nightmares. Oh, the more I zoom in, the further it gets out. uh, I guess that's a good way to do it. Protects your eyes, I guess. View full size. There we go. Yeah, you know. That's what you guys are looking for in your everyday life, I would have to say. You know, stumbly beard, crazy hair, eyes that look like they want to steal your money from you, and a nice FTX shirt. Although I do like the plants around them. I do like the plants. I'm a good foliage guy. But yeah. Oh, adorable. Adorable. All right, there we go. Hey, Bitcoin got a nice little, you know, let's go back over here. There we go. I was about to say Bitcoin got a nice little boost, but then I realized there was no weekly chart and the boost happened last week. And hey, discount, happy to see you back, man. Now that you mentioned FTX, what's the news on Shaq? Did he get in trouble? Or there's probably some type of civil case going on in civil court, but I don't really think they can be held. Oh shit, dude, Loki scared the crap out of me. All I had felt was this wet thing in my hand. Sorry. You know, I don't think they can be held liable for promoting. They got paid to promote. They, you know, it's obvious that they're promoting it. I don't think they can actually get in trouble for that. But maybe there's some law about it. I don't know. I personally don't think so. Maybe there's some way they may settle for a very small token amount of money. But I don't think they're going to get in any trouble from it. BitBoy would for sure. Sexy. I think BitBoy right now is getting promoted by Stake. I may do a partnership with them in the future, but Stake is crypto gambling, and I like to gamble every now and again, so I would love to do some crypto gambling, but it probably wouldn't be with my own capital. It'd be with the capital they have, so you guys can just sit back and watch me gamble with cryptocurrency, because I think it'd be kind of fun. But Stake is Stake crypto gambling. Yeah, it's this thing. Stake US. They got Drake as a person here. My gosh. So you can register instantly. I don't have an account with them, but you can see people chatting on the right hand side of the screen. I mean, they're chatting just now. I don't know how this place works at all, but I know it's on BitBoy's channel all the time. Feature spins, Gates of Olympus. So I'm guessing these are all types of casino games, right? And then you would play these games and see what happens. What, dude? Who is this big money guy that's just going crazy? Like, who's gambling all this? High rollers, race leaderboard, bug money bins, hidden. That is insane. But I guess you could like click on Bonanza. Oh, I gotta register. I don't know how this really works. But maybe you could watch people gamble. I don't know. Live dealers, blackjack live, roulette live, baccarat. Who plays the baccarat? I don't know how to play baccarat, so I'm not too fancy with it. I know how to play roulette. I have no idea what the hell gravity roulette is, but yeah. I once went to the Resorts World Casino in Las Vegas, and I was going to play roulette, and it was like $25 a spin, which is kind of high for me, but I was like, I can afford it. It'd be kind of fun. Until I saw one thing at the Resorts World that made me never want to actually gamble there again. Their, can I show a picture of it? Yeah. So they have triple zeros on the roulette tables. Triple zeros. No zeros is preferable. 1 0 is cool. You got a really cool table at Vegas. 2 zeros, ouch, it hurts, but you know what? You're going to have fun and it's pure entertainment. 3 zeros is insulting. And that's all I saw at their hotel. 3 zeros. It pissed me off so much I didn't even bother to gamble with them. I don't mind double zeros as much because it seems like the standard in Vegas nowadays. But every now and again, I do a double zero. Like I put the chips right here. And every now and again, it actually hits one of the zeros and everybody loses, but I'm that one winner. And I do love that feeling. Yeah. But what do you call it? Triple zeros? A scam, a crime, and injustice that I will never want anybody else to go through. It is just horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. But yeah, BitBoy's making money off of them. Like, if I go back over here, Social Blade, his views, I think, have been going crazy. He's been doing really good lately as far as a YouTube channel. Oh, he lost 10,000 subscribers. Okay. Not sure what really happened there. Maybe he got into some drama, as he so often does, but I don't know much about his channel. Okay, but he's also up 15% on his views for up to 3.266 million views. Now, a lot of those are including shorts and things of that nature. However, you know, not bad. But yeah, lost 10,000 subscribers. He's losing 330 subscribers a day. What did this guy do? I have no idea what he did. Whoa, it's hard to lose subscribers here. Like, okay, so you got at Final Stand channel. He hasn't gotten any subscribers at all this month. His views are plummeting right now. This guy is like struggling to keep his channel alive. But at least he has 237,000 subscribers. You got Tom Crown. He's a personal friend of mine. He has 1.2 thousand subscribers. He has 193,000 views for the last 30 days. 100 subscribers there, 100 subscribers there, 100 subscribers there. His daily average is around 40. Video views looks like negative 788. He probably took down a video today. But you know, he's growing at 1.2. You got Jordan Cameron. What's that guy's? Yeah, got Jordan Cameron. Yeah, at Jordan Cameron. His channel's probably still growing a little bit, maybe not as much as it was. So he's made 100 subscribers. Isn't that great? But 118,000. So he's not really getting many subscribers. So he's getting okay views. 100,000 is not bad. Me, so I can be transparent. I got 1.6 thousand subscribers, 236,000, but my views are down a little bit. I haven't been streaming, so I blame myself for that. But, you know, I'm getting like 100 subscribers a day. I'm happy with the way my channel's going, but that's because I've been putting out those tutorials, those really like boring tutorials that most of you guys don't care about because you guys understand it. I'm putting out a lot of tutorials about the most basic, like how to add an RSI to your trading view chart, how to add Bollinger Bands onto your charts. I'm doing videos like that right now just to pass some of the time here because I'm waiting for my damn new camera to get here, and it's supposed to be here today, but again, it wasn't here today. It was supposed to be here yesterday, and it's still not here. So I'm getting ticked off with Amazon because Amazon's usually not too wild. And hey, Chef, happy to see you back. Before I streamed, I actually sent you a message on Discord, but I'm sure you probably saw it by now. I'll help you out right after it's done. Oh, actually, I can help you out here. Chef had just a quick question here as far as copy trading and stuff is concerned. When you go over and you do your copy trading, whenever you follow somebody, I would say that what you want to do is you want to choose the amount of money that you want to go long every time I go long. So right now, I think my trades are a 10x leverage with $200. So if you were to copy me exactly, when I go long, you're going long $200 at a 10x leverage. So if I were to find my thing here, like maybe 7-day win rate, am I in here? Yeah, there I am. Okay, so that means you'd only be making $2, $6, $6, $6, $5. So if you follow me exactly, that's how much money you're gonna make. $13, $6, $5, $4. For some people, actually, that's perfectly fine for them because they want to see some slow growth, but they just want to see it grow. But I got hit hard last week, so it's going to take some time for me to get back on my feet here. Well, I guess technically I'm still doing fine, but what I would say is you want to choose how much money you want to go in with. So if you just don't do any settings, you're going to be following me at my 200 10x leverage. Some people do 25x leverage with $50. Some people do $500 with 5x leverage. You get to choose exactly what you want to do for it. It's whatever you feel comfortable with. But I would say do less than what you're thinking and get used to it first. The last few weeks have been good, but I got hit hard with the SEC charge against Binance. So like I'm gonna have these good days, I'm gonna have some bad days. So I'm not gonna be 100% perfect here. But what do you call them? And there you go. Total trades 289, and I've lost 51 of those trades, and I've won 238 of those trades. 7-day profit for me, only $77 because again, Small trade, small trade, small trade. 7-day follower, the followers of mine had made $773 because that's the 21 people. Probably like 17 are really only trading here now. But what do you call? Yeah, it makes sense. But if you have any more questions, let me know, Chef. And I'm happy you made it onto the stream. Mike, with the student debt thing being struck down, when do you think SoFi will be good to hop on, or has the time long passed by? Let's kind of zoom out of SoFi because, like, I think if you're going to get into it, it's something you could be happy to own, I would say, in the long term. You can see how it's already had this pump up over the last few weeks because the buildup was coming to the Supreme Court decision. We got all that crap. Now, we have had our breakout. We're currently testing the support level over here. Maybe I can drop a line here just to show you what's going on, right? Broke out. Oh, we actually broke back down. Ouch. Let's go to the bodies, I guess. That'll make it a little bit easier for us. Now it didn't break down. Had that golden cross. Everything's fine. Long term, if you like it, you could definitely hop into it. For me, I can't justify holding this for quite a bit of time. The last few weeks have always been stagnant based off of the news. But going into Monday, I think you have a great opportunity for some day trading. You can see today when the news came out, the stock came up a lot off the news. Let's go to a 1 minute chart. Look at this volatility here. Crash, pop, crash, small pop, then coming back down here for the rest of the day. So I think I'm trying to read in between the lines here and try to give you a coherent reason, but it's hard because of what the Supreme Court did. So let me kind of just back up again and kind of show you what I'm talking about. One of the reasons I think we didn't see this big straight pop that kept on going up today was the fact that when the Supreme Court struck down this student debt relief, they kind of were a little ambiguous. They had some ambiguity in their statements. So there may be a way for the White House and the Education Department to try to slow it down again and to stop it from happening again. And that's why you saw some good news and some bad news kind of reflected into those charts. So if you were to go watch some news here about the topic, and maybe we can just, let me just pull up some YouTube here very fast. All right. Student debt. I think you guys should be able to hear this. Let me turn up the desktop audio just a little bit. This is 6 minutes long. So ABC News here. Let's kind of see if we can listen to this one right here.
24 hours after striking down affirmative action, the justices have now issued a significant decision concerning President Biden's student debt relief plan and a crucial ruling involving LGBTQ rights and free speech, both high-stakes decisions that will have lasting impact on millions of Americans across the country.
The Supreme Court strikes that down because it says that President Biden and
there you go.
That's right. This is a huge case. As you say, 43 million people were eligible for up to $10,000 of debt relief under this program. The Supreme Court strikes that down because it says that President Biden and his Secretary of Education exceeded the authority that the law passed by Congress gave them. What the administration had tried to do was waive or modify the terms of the loan by forgiving the debt altogether. And what the Supreme Court says here, that is beyond the power of the president. Only Congress can waive that much debt, $400 billion, that it is such a large amount and such a sweeping assertion of presidential authority to modify the terms of the loans that way, that it exceeds presidential power, that Biden acted beyond his powers. In this opinion, the court saying, Chief Justice John Roberts, writing for the 6 conservatives on this court, saying that the administration had asserted the authority to cancel $430 billion of student loan principal. that they had the authority to do that. It does not, is what the court says, that is a major question for Congress to answer. So this is a blow to all of those people across the country who were hoping that the Biden plan that had been announced last year to forgive these debts would be approved by the Supreme Court. It's not. The only place that the court says that can be done is Congress passing a law to forgive that much debt.
Terry, thank you.
Okay, so we're not going to listen to all that, but that key part, that much debt, there was some ambiguity, meaning that, hey, maybe things can be a little bit less. Maybe the debt, maybe if they do like, a little bit of debt for each person, maybe somehow that may pass. I doubt it, but that's kind of the word that kind of got people a little bit upset. Maybe I can go over here to Chat GPT. Let's go to Bing. Okay. Was there any good news for people who wanted to see their student debt forgiven, I guess is the word? Not door given, forgiven. Court, court deliberation. Oh, okay, whatever. I'm not good at spelling, or at least this type of stuff. There you go. I want to see if it's going to browse the web, because I think you kind of heard like what I was trying to articulate, but I'm sucking at articulating this right now. But really, it comes down to the fact that there was some maybe potential loopholes here, and then that's what's hurting them. Long term, I think they should be okay. But this reaction that's coming around, it's kind of weird. Maybe as the weekend goes on and we have a new plan formulated next week, maybe that gives you an opportunity to buy into it. I would like to see the NASDAQ and SPY break out before I actually hop into not Affirm, but SoFi here. Let's see if what's the link? Yeah, Biden lays out new path for student loan relief after Supreme Court. Then it would look on Biden student loan announcement to debt. Yeah, so yeah. So firstly, the president announced he's directed Education Secretary Miguel Cardona to start a process under the law known as the Higher Education Act to forgive loans, compromise, waive, or release loans under certain circumstances. Additionally, the administration is rolling out a 12-month on-ramp repayment program when student loan repayments resume in the fall after being paused during the pandemic. During this period, the Department of Education won't refer borrowers who miss payments to credit agencies or consider them delinquent. Okay. Secondly, Mr. Biden announced a new income-based repayment plan for federal loans known as the Saving on the Valuable Education Plan. Under the program, monthly payments for undergraduate loans are limited to 5% of income, cut in half from their current level of 10%. He also shortened the amount of time needed to forgive loans of less than $12,000 to 10 years of payments instead of 20 years. Okay? So, that's not necessarily good for SoFi, is it? That's kind of the issue we're seeing right now. Long term, sure, but they're still as uncertain as they were yesterday. Today they're still as uncertain as they were yesterday, because all of a sudden, like, okay, good news, and all of a sudden, whoa, can they do that? And there might be more lawsuits and all this other type of stuff. But what he's proposing right there, I think he actually has the power to actually do that, because he's not necessarily just doing a whole blank withdrawal. Now he's saying, okay, now we're going to work within this kind of bland process and see what can happen. It's not going to be a complete forgiveness. It's not going to be the complete giving away of taxpayer money and things like that. However, it may do something. It may help out a little bit, because remember, he promised a whole bunch of people that he was going to be elected. When he was elected, I'm going to cancel student loan debt. He kind of bribed people with this idea, like, hey, I'm going to take away your debt. Vote for me. Whether it's ethical, I'll leave it up to you guys. However, now after all this crazy stuff has happened and he got struck down in the courts, he has to try to find a way to make it better because, of course, his poll number is like a shit right now. I think like the 40% range or something like that. And we haven't had a president with this bad polling for a while here. I think his polls are worse than Trump's. And Trump's poll ratings were horrible because, you know, you got bad media coverage every single day. Biden doesn't necessarily get bad media coverage unless it's like Fox News or, I don't know, like Republican-leaning organizations probably. Biden gets some pretty favorable coverage. And even still, I think it's just because people like their day-to-day life, it just kind of feels like shit, right? But that's inflation for you. It kind of stops what you can't spend as much money out there nowadays. Where do I think Dogecoin can go from here? So I don't exactly know what made Dogecoin actually spike up. If it was somebody actually tweeting about it, like Elon Musk, it'll probably die back down. If there was something to it, like it was just organic, and I think we were breaking out about the 50-day moving average here, you could try to hold on to it. But normally Dogecoin has this effect where it pops and then it drops. Usually, if you want to go into Dogecoin, now would be the time where we've already had that big first pop. We've had this cool off period for probably about a couple hours now. About just an hour and a half, something like that. And then you're waiting for that next big wave here of organic growth. But just be careful with it and make sure you have your stop loss, and you should be fine. Usually it drops back down. It's not a bad idea to try to go into it because Bitcoin's on the verge of breaking out right now. That's what I'm hoping for. But if Bitcoin doesn't break out, Dogecoin will just plummet back down anywhere. So I'd probably say just have a stop loss and you'd be fine on Dogecoin. But most of the time, like 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, it does come back down after having a pretty decent pop. And the pop wasn't even crazy too. I think it popped up only like 5-6%, something like that, which is good, but it's not like it's, 20%. It's not Bitcoin Cash right now. Yeah, no worries, Chef. Happy to help you out. And no worries, discount. Again, it's a weird thing going on there, and I tried my best to articulate it, but it is just freaking weird how it was good news, bad news, good news, bad news, all throughout the day for SoFi, because so many of the people that they, that have their debt with them, it's a lot of student loans, so they're not even sure if they're going to start getting payments back. So they just have a whole bunch of debt, and nobody's paying their debt back. And then all of a sudden they realize, like, whoa, within 10 years, all those people can say, hey, I want my debt forgiven. It's wild. But yeah, so I'm going to call it a night, everybody. It's been a good hour and a half talking with you guys. I'll be on live tomorrow, and I'm hoping, again, hoping, I am going to have my my new webcam here. My other camera should be going. Yes, I will be doing some copy trading over the weekend, at least that's the hope. I will be getting my camera back my broken camera back, and I'm gonna try to get it fixed up again. For now, I'm gonna see how that 4K webcam does, and I'm just gonna probably buy a new fancy camera once I save up a little bit for it. I've kind of spent a lot of money over the past few days for my sister's college and stuff like that, so I'm trying to be responsible because I'm also taking my mother to Vegas and next month. And remember, we got the first class flight, we got the lounge access, we got limousine picking us up. And I'm going to gamble a shit ton because I haven't gambled in a hot minute, and I just want to get the gambling out of my system. But anyway, we should have a fun time tomorrow. Take it easy, everybody. We're in this very boring holding pattern on Bitcoin, but the altcoins are where you guys are going to have the most fun. So take it easy, relax a little bit, and just be careful because usually around this holidays time, when it comes to 4th of July, we see some crazy moves, and it happens like every year. Just be prepared for something kind of wild to happen. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys later.